Now next is column matrix type questions. So let's discuss question number 51 now. In list 1 the functions are given and in list 2 their types are mentioned. So let's start with option number P first. Here it has been given that let's take fx equal to y. So y is equal to 2 times x. X can be written as x plus 1 minus 2 divided by 1 plus x. So this is equal to 2 minus 2 upon x plus 1. So we have y minus 2 multiplied with x plus 1 equal to minus 2. So if we plot its graph, then it will be like this, where this line is x equal to minus 1 and this line is y equal to 2, right? So let's write it down. This is y equal to 2 and this is x equal to minus 1, right? And it is passing through 0, 0. So it will be like this, right? So we can see here that for x going from 0 to infinity, then y will go from 0 up till 2, right? So this is not equal to codomain, which means that the function is into. Also here it can be seen that the function is 1, 1. So it is 1, 1 into, which means that option number 2 is the correct choice, right? Now let's discuss option number Q, which says that fx is equal to x minus 1 by x. So here x is taking all the real values except 0, right? So here if we see the value at 1 and minus 1, then we can see that f of 1 is also equal to 0 and f of minus 1 is also equal to 0. So we can say that at 2 points value is coming out to be same, which means that function is many 1, right? Now we have to find the range of this function. So let us assume it equal to y. So y is equal to x minus 1 by x, right? So this can be written equal to x square minus xy minus 1 equal to 0. Now its discriminant should be greater than equal to 0, which means that y square plus 4 should be greater than equal to 0, which means that y square should be greater than equal to minus 4. That is always true, which means that y will belong to R. So that is equal to codomain, which means that the function is onto. So from the given options, option number 3 is the correct choice, right? Now here only it can be seen from the options given that this is the correct choice, right? Still, let's solve option number R. It says that fx is equal to x plus 1 by x. Now we know that x plus 1 by x, its mod is always greater than equal to 2, right? So its range is not equal to codomain, which means that it is into function. Also it can be seen that f of 2 is equal to f of 1 by 2. So it's a many 1 function, right? So it's a many 1 into function, which means that option number 4 is the correct choice. Also, now let's talk about option number S, which says that fx is equal to 5x minus sin x. So let's find f dash x here. That will be equal to 5 minus cos x. Now cos x goes from minus 1 to 1. So this is definitely greater than equal to 0, which means that it is an increasing function. That is, it's an increasing function, which means that it will always be 1, 1. Also, it can be seen that when x tends to infinity, then fx is tending to infinity, and when x tends to minus infinity, then it tends to minus infinity, which means that its range will be R. So it's a 1, 1 and onto function. So option number 1 is the correct choice. So correct answer will be option number C. Question number 52 says that in list 1 some functions are given and in list 2 the number of real solutions of the equations in list 1 are given, right? So let's firstly solve option number E, which says that 2 raised to the power mod of x square minus 12. This is given to be equal to, see here we can write mod x ln 4. It can be written as ln of 4 raised to the power mod x. So it can directly be written as 2 raised to the power mod x, because e raised to the power ln will get cancelled, right? So we have here mod of x square minus 12 equal to mod x. So we just have to find the solution of this equation. How will we find it? We can make graph of both the functions. Mod of x square minus 12, it will be something like this, and mod x, its graph will be like this. So we can see here that we have 4 solutions here, which means that option number 4 is the correct choice. Now let's talk about option number Q, which says that x square minus 2 is equal to greatest integer of sin x. So let's plot the graph of this function also. X square minus 2 is something like this, where this point is root 2 comma 0. Now we have to plot the graph of greatest integer of sin x. It will be like from 0 to pi, it will be 0 except at pi by 2. So it will be like this, that is somewhere here, pi by 2 comma 1, right? Similarly, here it can be seen that it will be something like this. This is minus 1, right? So here it can be seen that we will have 2 solutions here, right? We will have 2 solutions here, which means that option number 3 will be the correct choice. Now let's talk about option number R, which says that sin inverse x greatest integer is equal to fractional part of x, right? This is very simple question. Now when both are equal to 0, which means that x equal to 0 is the only solution. So the number of solution will be 1, that is option number 2 is the correct choice. So option number B is the correct answer if we look at these 3 options. Now let's solve option number S also, in which we have to draw the diagram of sin pi x and ln mod x whole mode. So the graph of ln mod x whole mode, that is something like this. Now we have to plot the graph of sin pi x. It will pass through this point, right? So the graph would be like this. Now again it will cut here at 2 points. Similarly here also it will pass from minus 1 comma 0. So it will be something like this, where it will cut it at 6 points, because at x equal to e, where these points are 1, 2, 3. So at e, that is 2.7, the value will be 1. So this curve will take here value 1. So it will be above this graph for x greater than e, right? So we can say that the number of solutions will be 6. That is option number 5 is the correct answer, right? I hope the question is clear. Now let's discuss question number 53. In list 1, functions, and in list 2, their fundamental periods are given, right? Now if we talk about first function, here it can be seen that if I put x as x plus 18, then we will get 2 pi plus pi times greatest integer of x upon 9. So its fundamental period is 18. Similarly, here if I replace x by x plus 12, then we will get the same function. So its period is 12, and for this its period is 3, right? So to find the period of whole, we will take LCM of these 3, and that will be equal to 36. So correct answer will be option number 5. Now next is cos of sin x plus cos of cos x. It's a very standard function, right? For this, let's put x as x plus pi by 2. So we will get cos of sin of x plus pi by 2, that is minus cos x, plus cos of x plus pi by 2, that will be minus sin x. But cos of minus theta is equal to cos theta itself. So it is again equal to the given function, that is fx. So we can say that its period is pi by 2, which means that correct answer is option number 2. Now option number R. Here it can be seen that if I put x as x plus pi by 2, then minus sign will give us a problem, right? So if I put here x as x plus pi, then it can be seen that we will get the same function because modulus is there, right? So we can say that its period is pi, that is option number 1 is the correct choice. Now for option number S, very easy. It can be seen that if we put x as x plus pi, only then we will get the same function. So answer will be option number 1 again. So from the given options, let's see. 5211, it's given in option number A, so it is the correct choice. Next is question number 54, which says that in list 1, different functions are given, and in list 2, the absolute difference between the maximum and the minimum values of these functions are given. Right, a very nice question, so let's solve it. Firstly, let's start with option number P. Right, we have to find its maximum and minimum values. So it can be here seen that if sine inverse x, it's an increasing function and it is also a increasing function. So let's talk about this one. X plus 1 divided by x square plus 2x plus 5. So this can be written equal to, if I divide it by x plus 1 in the numerator and denominator, we will get 1 divided by, see, we can write it as x plus 1 whole square plus 4 whole divided by x plus 1. So this is equal to 1 divided by x plus 1 plus 4 divided by x plus 1. Right? Now here domain can also be checked, that x will belong from minus 1 to 1. Now if we talk about the denominator part, right? So let's take it equal to gx and we will find g dash x, and to find whether it is increasing or decreasing function, as we have mod x less than 1, it can be seen that the denominator part is a decreasing function, right? So we can say that x plus 1 divided by x square plus 2x plus 5, it will be an increasing function. So as these three are increasing function, so we can say that minimum value will be obtained at x equal to minus 1 and maximum value will be obtained at x equal to 1, right? So let's find f of minus 1. That will be equal to 1 by pi multiplied with sine inverse minus 1 is minus pi by 2 and tan inverse minus 1 is minus pi by 4 plus 0. So that will be equal to minus 3 by 4. Similarly, let's find f of 1. That will be equal to 1 by pi multiplied with pi by 2 plus pi by 4 plus 2 divided by 8. So that will be equal to 1 by 2 plus 1 by 4 plus 1 by 4. That is 1. So we can say that difference between these two is 1 plus 3 by 4. That is 7 by 4. So from the given options, option number 2 is the correct choice. Now next, let's talk about option number Q, which says that gx is equal to sine inverse greatest integer of 3x minus 2. Now this can take values minus 1, 0 or 1. It can take all these three values. So now its minimum value will be obtained when this greatest integer part is equal to minus 1, that is sine inverse minus 1, that is minus pi by 2, and we will obtain its maximum value when it is equal to 1, that is sine inverse 1, that is pi by 2. So its difference will be equal to pi, which means that from the options, option number 4 is the correct answer. Now let's talk about option number R, which says that hx is equal to 5 raised to the power under root of minus taking common x square minus 4x plus 3. So this can be written equal to under root of minus x minus 2 whole square plus 1. So if we take 5 raised to the power this, so minimum and maximum value will be 5 raised to the power 0 and 5 raised to the power 1 respectively. So taking its difference, it will be equal to 4, which means that option number 1 is the correct answer, right? Now let's talk about the last option, that is option number S, in which px is given to us. Now here it can be seen that greatest integer of x will go from minus 1 to 1, which means that x will belong from minus 1 up till 2 open, right? So let's make different cases here. Case 1, that is x goes from minus 1 to 0. Next case, x is equal to 0. Next, x equal to 0 to 1. And next is from 1 to 2. Right? Now for this case, here signum of x will be -1. So cot inverse of -1, that is pi by 2 plus pi by 4. Sine inverse -1, that is minus pi by 2. So we will get here pi by 4. Now next, for x equal to 0, we will get here 0. Second term will be 0. And here cot inverse 0, that will be pi by 2. Here for 0 to 1, second term will again be 0 and first term will be cot inverse 1, that is pi by 4. And for x going from 1 to 2, it will be pi by 4 plus sine inverse 1, that is pi by 2. So maximum value is 3 pi by 4 and minimum value is pi by 4. So its difference will be pi by 2. So correct answer will be option number 3. So from the given options 2, 4, 1, 3, it is given in option number D. So we can say that option number D is the correct choice. I hope all the questions have been clear to you. Thanks for watching.